Here's Gideon. Finds Sanja once again. The quality right back. We'll have to connect to him. It's brought down. But referee have none of that. Will play the advantage. Looks to be a bit of trouble once again in Vision's territory. As one of the men in the white shirt that is down on the turf. Looks to be Boati. Or rather, it's the man in the 6th, Salah Streme, who's trying to open the scoring account, was fouled in the process, and he stays on the ground. Well, a bit of temporary hold up as they attend to him.
Both teams have tried on few occasions to break the defense of the opposite side, but unfortunately they've not been able to, and we've not been able to identify one of the teams that has stamped his authority on this game. At this very moment, they are balanced. They look balanced. They are fighting in midfield for every area ball, and I think the tempo would rise as the game wears on.
Well, 15 minutes already played, and it's the same old story. Here's Gideon Ofair. That's a lovely sweeper. What a way to go to the ground and prevent that ball. That's Bamba. Alex doing a bit of job there to prevent Vision FC from approaching their final third. Here's Sanja drifting into the middle. Sends in the color, but again it's been well taken care of. Here's Saki ever present to deal with the mess. Here's Sanja. It's back to his colleague at the back. Ebenezer Siedo. As Kingsley up here. That's Hajiman. Yeah, more. Back to Kingsley up here. Sent across, but again, Massa will do at the right place. And he calmly collected.
I told you they will be sending a lot of balls into the 18. Vision would have to push more men forward into the 18 to at least get a connection and get their first goal. Because we'll see most of the wingers sending balls like this, crosses into the box for a connection.
Well, let's see. It's a bit of temporary hold up. That's one of the players. He's still receiving treatment, but most of these players on the field having a bit of chit chat, staying very focused. It's a long drive up front. And it's up in Junior. Takes it with his chest. But the whistle is already up once again. What a lovely and a scary moment for the home side.
Obeng making his presence felt. He is always in control when it comes to aerial balls up front.
It's a big kick. The referee asked that. The two teams really calmed their tempo. That was the captain for Vision FC. Che Bafwa, at least getting into that heated exchange a while ago. It's a long whip onto the far left-hand side. And it's brought back, picked up by Ajiman. Finds Yemo. And once again, there's something unusual. And referee blowing his whistle.
I think the ball crossed the line. They are using most of the wings to create chances. But on this occasion, the ball crossed the line.
It's back to Abraham. That a long delivery inside. That's a lovely whip. That's a lovely piece of skill. Yamo receiving it onto his chest. Brings it down. And that's a lovely whip now. Played in the captain. Sheikh Bafwa sets the ball. Sets in the corner. Oh, missed by. It's a cock-out. Big chance. And it's a big miss. And the fans certainly furious about that opportunity. that have been wasted.
What a miss by Isakoka. What a miss. The ball was driven low. All what he had to do was just to tap the ball in. The ball eluded him.
Well, you can see it was a lovely run into the channel by the captain. Isakuka at the perfect place, but just failing to slot it up. Arriving a set late. But here's the free kick. Very acute angle. Just 90 minutes played. And Vishin up beginning to really find their rhythm into this game. You can count as many as 6 lets. It's brought across, but it's pushed away. Here's Obin. One of the best of pass to look at. Bamba. Sanja. Raymond. Sachiman. Still teasing his opponent with it. It's a strong challenge, but the referee have none of that. And it's Asante who picks it for the home team. First meeting between these two sides in the Ghana Premier League. Here's Sanja. And here's Yemo. Daniel Yemo. That's a poor pass from him. It needs to be a walk-up. Goal kick by the referee. So this is a corner kick to Vishin FC. Coming off the experience, Sam Adams. And certainly it's a very spot-on call.
Vision is piling on pressure. They are beginning to pile on pressure to find their first goal.
Well, that's Jay who lifted deep into Aduana's area. Is touched and lovely 10. But again, it's miles from the mouth of the goalpost, and that'll be another walk-up goal kick to the away side.
It was really unclear what he had wanted to do. It's been brilliant. He took the ball with the first touch. I thought he would cross the ball and find a player in the box to connect for the first goal.
Yes, Masawudu will lift it deep inside. And there's a push from behind on Kingsley. The referee very close to the action. Whistles for it. Oh, yeah, champion your shots a while ago. The gaffer for Aduana Stars as Vishin will regroup from the back. That's par 4. Sanja having played here. And that's a big foul from Boateng. Lovely play. Oh, lovely exchange from the two teams. Lifted deep as Yamo is somewhere between two players, looking for a bit of space. And it's a throwing advantage against the experience. Sam Adams, once again being a corporate on that occasion, failing to keep it on the turf.
It's a real physical battle between the two teams. And that is what we anticipated before the game.
Was Sanja behind it, hoping to deliver an inch perfect delivery into the box. Oh, the 16-year-old has got a very doubting task to do here. Left it across, and again Masaudo picks it first and spills to the floor, and he's able to calmly collect it for the second time.
Vision FC would have to take advantage of these set pieces.
Well, the back roller of Vision FC. In your shots a while ago. Keenly looking, or keenly watching his team play. That's a brilliant stop. And it's back to Yamo. Find Ajiman. We'll save Yamo once again, giving a bit of hot chase on the far side by Obin. Oh, this was a corner kick. That was brought across. Masaudu fails to pick it. There's another clever hit. Looking for Gideon Ofe, but the flag is already up. A bit of push.
Vision FC are creating chances. They are pushing to get the first goal. What they need to do is to try to get the first goal because they are creating so many chances. If you create the chances and you are not able to get your goal and you go for the halftime break, coming back would be a different half. Most of the time, that is what has happened. And they need to take advantage of the situation.
But here is a chance for Aduana in Vision's area, but they've managed to clear their line. And it's that variant with a bit of emergency bumper. Abdul Latif running to pick it. There's another trouble as the player stays down. Just to carry a bit of tempers beginning to fly a bit. Oh, just look at it. Lovely movements from Obi. Kelvin Obi trying to outsmart his Marcus on that occasion.
Kelvin Obi is very strong, very physical, and deal with most of the aerial balls. He handles the ball perfectly, and he's a big trouble for most defenders.
Well, it's been Vision FC showmanship in the last 25 minutes with huge possession in terms of how they fared so far in this encounter. 67% as compared to that of the opponent this afternoon. But there's trouble for Aduana Stars as the shot stopper is down. Masaudu Inusa must have picked a knock in his attempt to save the situation with a corner kick that was delivered by Sanja earlier on. Also staying on the turf, and it means that a bit of seconds will be wasted on the clock. It's been a very important component of this Aduana Stars team this season, serving them on numerous occasions. And he'll be hoping that his side stays intact in this game. Return to the club after being a while.
I was making reference to most of the Division 1 teams when they come to the Premier League. Most of the time, in their first 2-3 games, you find them playing very aggressively, getting results, and that's what happened during the three promoted sides that joined the Premier League this season. They played very well, very aggressive, like the way they play in the Division 1. But as soon as they get to know that the Premier League is tactical, they stop being aggressive and they start losing games. I believe they need to revisit some of these situations to find out the real problem of the team or the reason why they lose most of their matches. What I see is these Premier League teams need physical players in the midfield, because in midfield you need to battle for the aerial balls and you need physical and very aggressive players in the midfield. That's what we see in most of the divisions 1 sides that join the Premier League, and after a few games you see them playing like a normal Premier League side.
Well, lots of new signed players this season playing, the likes of Kwekodua and the host. As we get ready to continue from where we left off with that incident. And it's GNS captain Sam Adams who walked to repick it. That's a yellow card for Amwaku. Or confirmed for it, but that's a lovely hit just across the face of goal. Nice attempt.
That's a lovely hit. That's a lovely hit. Aduana would surprise Vision with such balls most of the time, and the defenders need to be up and doing in defense.
Well, there they'll start again. There's Achiman with a long hit out here. Only sending it forward a bit. And it's brought up front, but as well taken care of by Rich Saki. Picked by Isakuka, but the way still is up. The man in the 98 set, former Hatfield player, has got rich experience under his sleeves. As we approach the 30th minute mark, half an hour, and it's still barring between these two teams. Now Samwaku is picked by Kusi, and his run is halted once again by the whistle. Vision FC winning all those 50-50 balls in this encounter. Isakuka being searched for found, but again, here's Yamo looking to outsmart his marker. Finds his colleague and is blocked. Yes, Kinsley up here. Yamo looking for a bit of space. Drifting to the middle. Perfect position, looking to line up the shot. And let's find Sanja. Lovely idea. Beats his marker to it. It's Fishing really determining the pace of this game, the tempo of this game. Gideon Affair. And it's hammered away. Looks to have come off his hand. And has time to transfer it.
Aduana are playing a low block because Vision are pressing. They are pushing. And even pushing the wing backs or the full backs to join attack. It's kept Aduana at bay, keeping them in a low block that they cannot even move from their own half. This is quite impressive of Vision FC.
Yes, goal kick. And it's whipped up front. Unless looking for the white sets. Or Ben Jr., lovely idea to find his captain, Sam Adams. Boateng. And there they'll spread it onto the far side is Samwako. And it's a corner kick.
A lovely touch by Obeng Jr. I call him the magic man. That was a lovely play.
It's corner kick for Aduana. The near J. Krakow, the second sports complex. As they're hoping to break the virginity of this game. Really looking for a way to find their head around this stubborn Vision FC side. It's cleared up front. Quickly taken. Here's Satchman, whipped it into the box, but again, bam, back, Phil is forced, but Obeng Jr., that's a lovely hit. Fails to direct it.
That was a brilliant hit, but I didn't get the direction right.
Well, the big man, and you can see some of the fans really were hoping that he could have really slot that one home. But for most of the Vision fans in the stands, they will be very delighted that he's wasted that opportunity. The player stays on the ground, but there's another 3 players that have joined him in the process. A bit of scrappy situation.
I believe it's a clash of heads. As they both went for the ball, they had injuries.
Another temporary hold up within 33 minutes. And once again, we would have to at least attend to these players. There's been one shot for Aduana Stars that have been on target so far. But they've struggled at least to create opportunities and even find the back of the net. The best of result for them in the last 3 meetings. Last 3 outings. They've just won 1, drew 1, and lost 1 as well on the road. But for Vision FC themselves, they are 10th on the league log at the moment with 11 points. If we stay this way.
Both teams are finding it difficult to stamp their authority in this game. Vision have been dominant, but they've not been able to find a net. Using both sides of their pitch to create chances. Most of the time they float the balls into the box, but they do not get the connection that they deserve. they've been brilliant.
Well, they've scored 6 goals, but they have conceded 7. Also tells you that they are struggling a bit in terms of their defensive shape. But they'll be hoping to keep a very intact sit this afternoon. That's Pampa in challenge for the ball, finds Kevin up in, giving a hot chase. He's got the legs. And that'll be a throwing advantage to the home side. As Bamba Ivorian stays on the tap. He'll be helped onto his feet by the referee, Atiapa Afonso. Oh, he's having a good game so far. He's really taking charge of this game quite well. As is brought forward by Sam Adams. It's another throwing advantage. Vicin really piling a lot of pressure on the away side. Not the best of position they would have wished to be at this moment after match day 8. Languishing in the bottom half of the table. It's picked by Abraham. As they'll start all over from the back once again. It's lovely play. Gideon Ofair. Richaki wins possession for Aduana. He's such a very athletic player. Raymond Archibald really giving a hot chase to Aponsa on the far side.
It's been a real physical battle between the two. They've been brilliant. They've fought for every ball, every area ball in the midfield and in defense for Aduana.
That's another scrappy challenge, a bit reckless. On the man in the 27 shirt, Henson Aponsa. And he wins the sympathy of the referee. Returned to the club from Young Apostles. And has been a very fantastic player. Well, just look at it. It was a lovely run. It was a very, very awkward tackle. It's been a very physical game, Phil. Very, very physical.
I mentioned earlier that it's going to be very physical. These two teams are very aggressive, and we anticipated it's going to be a battle in midfield. And just that, we've seen most of such physical play in this game.
But to be fair, Vision FC have been really trying to use the flanks in this game because of Aduana's presence in the middle. Using the likes of Daniel Yamo and the likes, as well as the big man Gideon Ofair, as they have possession on the far side. And Samuakun, lovely idea, but it's out for a throw-in.
Look at this.
They've been perfect, but where it matters most is where they seem to be struggling. Sachiman. And Spencer cross into the penalty area. A bit of time wasting from the youngster. Sanja sends it across again, and it's just loose everybody onto the roof of the net.
Aduana are so confident with such balls into the 18. They've not found the player that they needed to find in the box for Vision FC. They are floating most of the balls to find a player in the box. But unfortunately for them, most of the players that were ready for the ball can't be found. It's unfortunate. They are doing everything they can, controlling the game, using the wings and everything, but they've not found the net yet.
Oh, check back for being searched for, but it'll stay with Daniel Yamo. Betis Maka, lovely idea. Connected back to him on the edge of the 18-yard, and the flag is already up.
I mentioned earlier that Aduana are using the offside traps. They've been brilliant using, and Aduana needs Vision FC need to time their runs, especially the midfielders that they drift to the wings. They need to time their runs because the balls into the 18 are so perfect. They need to find a player to connect for the first goal.
40 minutes is almost up with just 5 minutes of normal time to play for in this first half department of the game. And the story is that the fans are still waiting for that important opener. Looking for Yamo, but he's brought down by his opposite number, Sam Adams. The once upon Ghana Premier League winner and the Super Cup winner with the Aduana Stars. It's also interesting that they've kept Emmanuel Mafo on the bench. He's likely to be brought in the second half department. They've got quality deep bench this afternoon.
I am happy to see Richmond Saki back to the side again. He has been a pillar in defense for Aduana this afternoon, and he's always been a pillar. He's been brilliant.
Asante, that's Prince Asante. Confirmation of the yellow card to Sam Adams for you. Means that two Aduana Stars players have already gotten into the wrong book of referee Atiape Afonso in this fixture. That's Yamo, lovely piece of skill, just too strong, and wins the sympathy of the referee.
The physical battle in midfield is intense. It's very intense. These two teams we know are very aggressive, but the physical battle in midfield is something to watch.
Oh, Daniel Yamo has been a real tone in the flesh of Boateng and Sam Adams this afternoon on the right-hand side, where he loves to transfer most of the time. Free kick whip up front, but there's nobody, and he's hammered away. And Vision FC this time around will have a throwing advantage. Quickly taking, finds Sajiman. Here comes Sajiman, the centre back, making his way into, but the flag is up once again, curtailing his run.
Like I mentioned, Aduana are using the offside traps, and Vision FC would have to time their runs. Once they are able to time even one run, they would get the first goal. They need to time their runs.
Well, a lot is happening, and far away in Obuasi is Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who jump into the lead against Pando Hats. But back here at the near J. Krakow Sports Complex in Temani Town, as Vision once again will have to come for it. I need to change my math a bit. Well, it's Pando Hats of Lions that have cruised into the lead at the moment against Kumasi Asante Kotoko at Obuasi Lenclair Sports Stadium. Interesting stuff happening up north. But here's Sanja for Vision FC. Change direction of play. Finds Yemo. He'll have to trust in that narrow space. Drifted into the edge of the area. Kingsley Appiah, but fails to direct his kick. Here's Yemo. Well, the fans also watching. Ingal is brought across. Oh, strong challenge instead. It's turning, and again as well saved by Masaudu Inusa.
That was a lovely play. We anticipate Vision using the wings to create chances in the box, and that's exactly what they are doing. All they need to do is to find a perfect a player who is ready to connect the ball for the first goal. They are doing everything they can to score their first goal.
Well, lovely body movement from Vision FC. That was the captain, Che, with that chip over and calmly collected by Masaudu Inusa. But it's a bit unbelievable how three Aduana Star players just watching aloof. Well, 2 minutes, and we'll hit 45 minutes. And it's still barring between these two teams. Here's Asante. It's back to Sanja, the right-hand side. Kingsley Appiah goes past his marker. Here's got Sam Adams to score with. Lovely one-two pass. Here they come into the area, and then it's headed. But again, it's Issa Kuka who fails to make it. And again, the home fans beginning to love every bit of their team effort in trying to at least break the back off with Aduana in this game. Sam Adams gets it up front. They've really taken control of this game, the tempo of this game. Every 10 minutes, they've exchanged lovely passes this afternoon. But where it matters most, and trying to turn it in, has been the most difficult thing that have eluded them this afternoon. While the Swatryman also have taken the lead against Bechem United. Whilst Bekum Chelsea also ahead of Holy Stars, far away in Bekum. Well, confirmation for you, 4 minutes of additional time. And the clock seems to be sticking for these two teams. We're trying so hard to at least find the opener. He's headed back to Masawood, who picks it. He's got no troubles at all. But he stays on the ground, looks to have picked a knock on his head. An experienced goalkeeper was good to continue. Wasting a bit of time, at least to afford his team some space to breathe up front. Just look at the movement. It was a lovely idea by Isakuka, really ran into his marker. Here's Bamba. He's forced to commit that error, and it's Kingsley Appiah who disagree with the referee a bit. I said, Aduana will take this, throw it, but here's Nana Jiman, Racing FC head coach. It's under pressure in this first half department, with most of the home fans really canvassing for a win in this fixture. I said big legs from Kelvin Obin, but it's already out. Sanja, Emmanuel Sanja, the youngster, who will pick it again. He's been the set speed specialist this afternoon. Well, it's Kingsley Appiah who goes to the ground and rewards his team with a free kick deep in Aduana Stars half. Here's Sanja once again. Bamba picks it. We'll be hoping for Kevin Obin, who is running to that channel, but options into for the middle. Picks Boateng. And you can see Sam Adam not very excited with the way his colleagues are playing this afternoon. There's another player that is on a turf at the moment. Looks to have picked a knock. But here's the challenge. Rich Saki pushing that one out. Well, 3 minutes of the 4 minutes that have been added have been cleared with just a few seconds left on the clock for this department to be called to an end. It's whipped inside. He's headed onto the path of Boateng. Looking to pick his colleague, but fails to find him. Instead finds Ajiman, who finds Prince. It's pushed onto the right-hand side for Kingsley Appiah once again. He's got a lot of options. And Daniel Yama, but here goes the run of Isakuka. He fails to keep it on the turf, but rather will hit it straight onto the path of Sam Adams, who will wave it up front. Sachiman, not the best of touch. And that ends it for the first half department of the game. What a game we've had. Interesting moment with Vision FC coming closest on numerous occasions. And a player, and that is going to be the man in the 12 jersey, will complain to the referee a bit. He's not happy with the way some of the decisions have gone the way of the opposing team. Well, it's half time at the near J. Krakow, the second sports complex, Inter Newtown. Vision FC 0. Aduana starts 0.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we live from the Krakow, the second sports stadium. This is Vision Football Club versus Aduana FC, and this is the first 45 minutes plus 3-minute time added on. It's 0-0 at the moment, Phil. And the first half, we saw exciting football. We saw the two teams, the two sides, trying to push forward, their men forward to get the first goal at least, especially from Vision Football Club, who created lots of chances, but they've not been able to put the ball at the back of the net to in fact to take the lead in the first half.
Yes, as this is their first game, I believe that our champion is probably trying to steady the game in the first half. But with steadying the game, what if you go down and when you are steadying the game? That was what I saw in the first half of the game. Vision they control the game from the blast of the whistle. They are pushing. We know that this is going to be a battle between the two teams because they all play aggressive football. It's been a battle from midfield, from the middle of the pitch to the Aduana half of the pitch. It's been total battle between these two teams.
All right, so total battle between the two teams. Don't forget, we're live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, as well as on the Ghana Football Association app and Alpha TV as well. This is the home of the Premier League, and who is winning at the Krakow, the second sports stadium. Let's look at the two managers tactically. Aduana are making the offside rules very important this afternoon. They are setting it right, and they must be very careful about that.
They must be very careful because what I see is if it will be better for you to play a back of 5 when you want to play this offside traps, because in a back of 5 you are able to recover quickly with at least one defender. But when you are playing a back 4 and you are playing offside traps, definitely there's going to be one that will fall through. Vision is not timing their runs. That is what is happening to them. Once they are able to time at least one run right, they will get the first goal. I believe they are using the wings because Aduana are playing a low block. And this chap, Richmond Saki, he's been a pillar in defense for Aduana. He's always there when the need be. He is a sweeper for the team, and he's been brilliant. Vision, they are using the wings to create spaces into the 18. So Vision has no choice than to push men as well into the 18 to go into the empty spaces in the defense of Aduana. That is what they are doing, everything right, but they are not finding the man to just tap in the ball for the first goal.
All right, so far in Obuasi, we are hearing Kpanato Flyers are leading Kumasi Asante Kotoko by a long goal in the first half. We will come to that, but we're doing Vision Football Club versus Aduana. What should we expect from the two teams in the second half?
I don't expect Yawa Champion or Aduana to change their system in the second half because they want to see what Vision will throw at them. Normally, if you are a visiting team, you are always on the edge looking out for surprises or how your opponents play. Definitely, they will wait for at least first 10-15 minutes to see whether Vision would change their tactics a bit before they would open up and play the way they play. But the way Vision are playing, I don't see Aduana changing their tactics because they've pushed Aduana to their own half, even to their own back line. So it's becoming very difficult for Aduana to even control the game or look for players up front. Obin Jr. is a magician. That is the only chap I would say they would have to look out for because he can create spaces by himself and move up front and shoot and score by himself. That is a player that can change the game at any given time. Apart from that, I believe Vision has been dominant. They've done everything right. They only have to score the goal.
But they have a problem up front. They are not potent up front. Their leading man, he received a lot of balls. It's a lot of balls, but he's not been able to put the ball at the back of the net. And the fans are worried. You saw about four supporters shouting at him at halftime.
Isakuka has been brilliant. I only like that player because of his demeanor. He looks very much like Victor Osimhen. His demeanor, his movement, his first touch is just like Victor Osimhen. But I would say that they are using him as a holding number 9 who will link up play with the other players. He will link up the play with the other players. When the ball moves and he is left alone, he will dash into the box for the ball to be given to him. We saw that in the first half where he needed to just tap the ball into the net. But unfortunately, I believe it happens. That's football. That's what the fans need to understand. But he is a clinical player. What Vision needs to do is to get a player who is potent. I believe he's potent enough to score. These things happen.
You think Coach Ajiman should change him?
No, I don't think, because he's linking up well with the players. So I don't think he needs to be changed. They need to find the perfect spot for him to lay the ball. You know, most of the time, you need to find a way to play your striker. Most strikers would like the ball to be floated in front of them. Some would want to float it to them. They need to find out where he would play best. If he wants the ball up front, get the ball there for him to score. If he wants the ball to be driven to him, give the ball to him for him to control the ball and shoot. You need to find the perfect fit where the player his strengths are and play for his strengths. He is a brilliant chap. I believe these things do happen where players miss chances, but then their confidence is what you need to find out first. How is the player's confidence? If his confidence is up there, you don't have a problem. He will miss certain chances, but then he will definitely score.
Now let's talk about the Aduana Football Club. What do you think they should do in the second half? They are not pushing their men forward. I don't know if that's the plan. That's the tactics for today, and if they are waiting for second half before they will push their men forward. They are drawing back, making sure they clear their lines. They are not even looking for goals, and I don't know why. Is it their plan, Phil Lana, looking at what we saw in the first half?
No manager would see a goal and won't score. I believe they are being pinned to their own half by Vision FC. It's the way Vision is playing.
It's not their strategy.
Not at all. Not at all. Sanja plays as a fullback. He's been used as an inverted player in midfield. And they pushed most. When you watch the way Vision is playing, their setup, it's very difficult to even move a player behind their defense because they are very clever. The only player I see that can change the game is Kelvin Obing Jr., who is a wonderful player and has that experience to change the game. Apart from that, I believe they will have to find a way and rely on long balls. long balls is the way they can do, and
All right.
Kelvin Gobing would have to find his magic to probably score.
All right, so we're live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League, and we're live all the way in Newtown, Nikrak with the second sports stadium. It's Vision Football Club Gio, Aduana Star Gio. Over to you, our commentators Victor and Philanan for the second half. Enjoy the game.
Well, we look to be getting ready for the second half department of the game as most of the players join the field. And Aduana star players currently out at the moment. Unlike Sam Adams. Almost all of them are really pouring out here. Looking to have a better second half on the best performance in the first 45 minutes. They'll look to change their narrative. And I'm certainly sure there have been a lot of talk in the dressing room with head coach Yao Champo. Yeah, really in dire need of a point from this fixture. Well, Vision FC have got nothing to lose. They also, after the 3 points, after losing big out in the Dr. Che Sports Complex in Abrankasi on match day 8, and they'll be looking to at least cause a bit of upset against the experienced Aduana Stars team. Also keeping you informed about other games that are happening across various match venues in the country. With Kumasi Asante Kotoko shot in the foot at the moment at the Boissy Lenclair Sports Stadium by Pando Hearts of Lion. Yakum Chelsea also leading on this point against Baseki Holy Stars. Well, here's Vision FC goalkeeper Michael Abraham as he checks to ensure that his net is in a very good position to continue with this game. Well, Phil Annan is back in commentary position. And game is already underway here with Vision with the first touch. Oh, 7 long hits up front. Stopped by Sanja, but Aduana will kick forward through their captain, Sam Adams. He has a lovely run. Yes, yeah, Champ pointing your shot. A bit under pressure. It's been a very big gaffer for Aduana Stars. He's traveled a bit. Was part of the Ghanaian Olympic team that won bronze medal at the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona. He featured 6 times in that tournament. Yes, Boateng. Oh, they stopped. Aduana will bring it on to the right-hand side. Hit inside by Amwako. But they picked it by Aduana. And that'll be a twin advantage for the away side. That's a big tussle. Upon Sahensin winning the sympathy of the referee. What Phil is back, Phil?
It's a very great afternoon, and it's a very big battle between these two teams.
Aduana now into Dreams of Vision FC territory, and it's cleared away. The pace of the game have slowed a bit as compared to that of what we saw in the first half or the first period. It's been a very careful, patient build-up from the two sides now, with each team taking time to size up each other. Cross-setting of Vision FC bench for you as Daniel Yemo hacks onto the ball at the far right-hand side.
Aduana doesn't seem like they are in a hurry for a goal at all in this game. They are so relaxed, and even in the walking pace on the pitch.
Lovely play from Bamba, turns into Boateng, and a stop by Kingsley, but Aduana will manage to recover. Sellats giving a very hot battle. And Asante wins it. Nana Kwesi Asante. And here's Nana Jiman, coach for Vision FC, former national under-17 assistant coach when Ghana hosted the WAFU under-17 Cups here in the country. So here's a lovely run. Issa Koka giving it a hot chase by Dia. What advantage will stay with Aduana Stars, with Vision instead. And it's Raymond Ajiman who runs to pick it, another youngster. That have really, really rewarded the confidence of his coach so much well into this game. Vision really looking to pout the pressure now. Lots of players up front now, the likes of Gideon Ofe, Kingsley Appiah are all being brought up front to see what they can do. 49 minutes. And we are yet to see that panache we saw in the first 45 minutes. Isakuka from the far post managed to keep it, and they lost out on possession. Rich Saki brings it out. Here's a lovely run down the far left-hand side. Not in a haste, like a player always searching for a goal into this game. That's a poor play, isn't it?
Aduana doesn't seem like they have something up their sleeves in the second half. They've not shown urgency, and they are just in a walking pace on the pitch. Meanwhile, Vision are doing everything they can. They've started where they left off in the second half.
Here's another lovely round. And it's upon Sahensin that have been pushed from behind, and Asante Nanakosi is the culprit. What about the man in 27 for Aduana Stars beginning to find his rhythm? Just look at the movement. It was Kosi was trying to outclass him. He wins possession and really trust him for it. But touch from behind. That was a quick movement. And that's a clever stop.
This game is very physical and aggressive.
Now looks to be this Aduana Stars corner kick. As they bring a lot of bodies up front or into Vincent's 18-yard to see what they can do with this opportunity. The center cross, and again it's met, but not the best of touch.
That was a dangerous cross. It was a bit difficult for the defenders of Vision to deal with, but it's been dealt with. That was a shaky defensive play in the defense of Vision FC.
Oh, really, Vision surviving that scare, but watch it once again. It was bent across. But again, Bamba fell into slot it up. But that was a very brilliant killer from Amwaku. Here they come again. And that's another clever way to intercept play. But it's a throwing advantage. And they'll give away to the opposing team. Amwaku will pick it up once again. It's been very hard working down the right-hand side this afternoon. With a chip over. Finds Aponsa. Lovely. Finds Obin. And they stopped by Prince Asante. And once again, Vision have conceded a corner kick on the right-hand side.
Aduana seem to have pushed more men forward this time, and they've started attacking Vision FC.
Well, let's see what they can do with this corner kick. And there's a push in the penalty box with goalkeeper Abraham going to the ground. And the referee have really restomped camp in that area. But it's brought across, and again, they've been able to head out the danger. There's been a lot of stoppages in the second half department, marring the beauty of the game, the movements of the way the balls are supposed to be distributed.
Aduana seem to have pushed Thomas Boateng to join attack, which has helped them to control the game and push the game to the wings in the second half, early hours of the second half.
Well, Ishakoka fails to hit it home. That's a real textbook header, but he fails to connect to it. Aduana will say thank you, and they'll regroup from the back. Through the iconic goalkeeper, Masaudu Inusa, virtually having a holiday in the last 10 minutes. That's Bamba hits it into the middle. He's changing the direction of the ball. There's Chikba for looking for the run of Daniel Yamo. Stops it first time. Can he go past his marker? Drifting, looking for a bit of space. Very narrow for him. And Sam Adams once again winning that challenge. Using his experience to his advantage. Now Sellers will find Amwaku on the right-hand side. But again, Boateng has been brought down, and he wins the sympathy of the referee. And that'll be a free kick. Just close to the halfway line for Aduana Stars.
It's been a real battle in midfield between these two teams. It's been a physical play from the blast of this second half. And Midiamas look to be in the mood this second half.
Still the Uja boys looking to find some space and see what they can do with the game. As Rich Saki, lovely idea, is drifting now onto the edge of the area. As Kuka finds his captain. What a best of challenge. And the man in the white shirt goes to the ground and stays on the floor. You're just wondering. He was looking for at least the referee to whistle to his merit.
Both teams have been very aggressive. And in this few minutes into the second half, it's no exception.
That's a very reckless challenge. And definitely will be getting into the book of the referee. That's Kingsley up here. Just whipped up front again as Aduana come forward, but the Iran have been halted. Well, Abraham for Vision FC. We've seen a long one. Confirmation of Kingsley Appiah's yellow card for you. Just hammered away. Bamba fails to at least turn it onto the turf. And it's way beyond the sideline for a welcome throw into the home team. That's a long hit from Silas. Abraham will whip it up front. Looking for Daniel Yemo. Well, Sam Adam will intervene. As the Newtown base team come forward once again. That's a lovely run. It's Akuka. Here's Asante. Lovely scenes from all over the stadium. Well, that's a big touch. Very needless. Quite silly. And it's Raymond Ajiman that gets into the book of the referee.
That's quite unfortunate.
Oh, just watch it. Oh, he was baiting and he decides to just pull off his man, Apostle Henson.
He was beaten by that dummy. And he had no choice than to hold the jersey of the player.
Kevin O'Bean making his way into the area. Brings it across, but not the best of header. It stays within. And Michael Abraham will grab it.
I made mention that this Kelvin O'Bean has to be watched. He is a magician and he can change the game at any given time. He is the only player that can change the game.
Well, lots is happening, lots of complaining in Aduana's half. But it's a free kick to Vision FC.
The pendulum is swinging from one side to the other. In some few seconds, you find the ball in the box of Aduana. In the next minute, it's in the box of Vision FC.
Well, 60 minutes played. And it's Vision's free kick with the captain or the skipper of the side. Back for behind it. Lifted deep. And again, Kingsley Appiah. And it's headed wayward. Gideon Ofair fails to find that direction and the target.
Vision FC would have to take advantage of these set pieces. They've had a lot of set pieces in this game. In the first half, there were many. And in this second half, I believe they've had about 2. They need to take advantage of these set pieces.
Oh, the man in your shots, Emmanuel Mafu, will be getting ready to come on. And that could be a lot of trouble for Vision FC if he comes in. Have already scored more than 3 goals this season.
He is one brilliant chap. And I'm surprised he's a new player that joined the team in July. It's been fantastic.
Issa Kuka looking for it, but Masaudu will calmly collect it. And the trouble once again have been affected. It's a big whip up front from the big man to find all being swept off his chest. And it's back to the other end. Well, to be sincere, it's been a very slow game. Not really enjoying the last 15 minutes of the second half, to be fair with you, Phil.
Really, this game in this second half has been a battle. And it's difficult to even talk about who has stood his authority in this second half.
Not just male that are here, but we also have some females joining. Really bringing back the slogan. This was the chance, or this was the movement from Emmanuel Sanja a few minutes ago. And Chebafa was far from behind.
This is what we anticipate Vision FC of doing. Long balls into the box of Aduana FC. They need to find men in the box to connect for their first goal. They are doing everything, floating the balls into the 18, but there's none. None of the balls have been connected.
Another best of kick from Marco, who clears his line. Well, we've got Duku coming in for Daniel Yamo, as well as the chap in it to 3 shots also coming in Abiatu Hamzata. But here's well defended. He's picked in the middle. He's turned on to the right hand side. From Wako, who whip it long up front. Finds Kingsley up here. Well, he gives her possession. Heads in, bit into it. As with Kingsley up here now. Here's Asante.
Come on.
And the advantage you stay with the team in the white shirts, quickly thicken. Isakuka. Very athletic. And is watched by Richaki as he rolls beyond the bar line for a goal kick. Yes, Richaki in your shots. He's been a quality centre-back, really stopping every Arsenal that have been floated towards Aduana Stars this afternoon.
He's been a pillar in defense. And I would say Aduana missed him during the time he got the red card against Accra Suffolk and missed those 2 games.
Here's Tuku. As Vision will come forward from the far right-hand side, trying to create a bit of space. It's been very narrow down that channel. That's a lovely idea looking for Isakuka, but it's flushed out by Saki once again, who's really kept his eye on that man. Kukia once again with a touch. Well, the best of play from Kekudia. Well, finally, goalkeeper Masaudu manages to get his hand to it.
Vision need to find men behind the long balls they are sending into the box. Because if you can't find men to connect for your first goal and you are being stopped or you even concede, what would be the play throughout this game? Because they've created so many chances. So many chances. I believe they could have even scored about 4 goals from these long balls and set pieces that they've had in this game.
Well, a bit of temporary hold up, but certainly there'll be a lot of chit-chats down the touchline. A lot of tempers are really flying high among these players. And one of those suspects has been Or Edmond Asante has also come in. It means that Coach Nana Jiman have made 3 substitutions in the last 5 minutes, hoping to change the complexity of this game against Aduana Stars. We're looking to get back from where we left off. That was a big clearance from Rich Saki. Turning away that danger. And Waku running into traffic of bodies for Vision FC. Archiman, one of the best of Keller into the channel. And that's a goal kick.
That's a poor cross. We expect quality into the box. And they need to push men forward. It's early minutes into the second half, but they've not been dominant as we expected them of this second half. They need to push like they did in the first half.
67 minutes. And it comes off the head of Sellers. Kingsley Apia. Vision coming forward. Sanja. And that's Edmond Asante. Stopped again by Rich Saki. Such a strong centre back. Let's see. What a kick from Asante. And he fails to come off his opponent, and means that Aduana Stars will have the advantage of taking this set piece. The best of Angel, but trying to find Kevin Obey. And they are beginning to push Vision FC into their territory with such basics.
Both teams seem to be using inverted defenders, normally called their false back, just to join the midfielders to battle it out for aerial balls.
It's cleared out once again by the States in Vision's territory, and finally we still come to the rescue of the home team. Well, Vision FC have got a very daunting task on match day 10 when they take on the 21-time Ghana Premier League champions across the fork. That is a game to look forward to.
That is going to be a cracker.
But for Aduana, they'll be at home to Kerala United. As we have another corner kick to be floated in from the right-hand side. Looking for a very important opener here. Pushing a lot of bodies. Maybe, just maybe a goal could really turn on the hits this team has been looking for, but that's a poor delivery. Sanja, and it's stopped by Boateng. A lot of time wasting. And the referee, Tiapa Afonso, will have none of that, or gave Masaudi Nusa his last warning. It's miskilled from Ajiman, changing direction of play, but as captain will pick it. Here's Boateng. Sellers will bring it forward. Finds Obin Kelvin. And Ajima once again coming to the rescue of the home team. That's a great touch from behind. And Henson upon in a bit of trouble. That is vicious free kick. 20 minutes left in this fixture. Archieman is turned away by Bamba. To be picked up by Abraham, who is really off his line. Well, this man has not been very pleasant with what he's seen so far from his charges. Champon. Yes, Sellers again. Finds Bamba. Looking to connect to him again, but it breaks down. It's a strong challenge. Asante. Ajman. Yes, Edmond.
Vision FC have found it very difficult to win at home since the start of this season. They've won only one match in 4 games. This is their 5th, and they hope to break that jinx.
Here's a tussle for the ball. And been really working so hard up front today. That's a big hand. That's a big challenge. Marcela Streme getting into the wrong book of the referee.
That was a strong challenge. I believe the referee has been even lenient to have given him the yellow card. That's a very strong challenge.
Absolutely very reckless. Just running into his marker. Oh, that must be very painful on Edmond Asante.
He would have been giving your matching orders if it was probably a different referee.
Well, it's well taken care of by Masawudu on the far post. 73 minutes. And once again, it's the Oja Boys shot stopper that stays on the ground. Oh, just look at it. Must have stretched himself beyond limits. Fails to get his balance right. And he stays. Well, he's got some other options on the bench. And we might be seeing another goalkeeper if he fails to make it onto his feet. Well, there's a bit of exchange, heated exchange between Sam Adams and the referee. Just wondering what exactly he's telling the man in charge of today's game. Well, I'm sure certainly it's going to be that. The referee should afford goalkeeper Masaudu Inusa all the time to be taken care of. Well, I think it didn't land well. He landed awkwardly. Well, interesting result coming from other centers. As we keep you very informed. I still Bando Hearts of Lion, not leading Kumasi Asante Kotoko by goal to nil. Maseke Holy Stars have just gotten back into the game against Bekum Chelsea. It's 1-1 at the moment. Dreams game against Viviani Gold Stars is still barring, with Mechem United now leading in Swatriman by 2-1. Looks to be a throw-in for Aduana Stars, quickly taking Archiman Amwaku, bends it across, and it's picked up again by Amwaku. And the venom of that ball have been well dealt with by Kingsley Apia. And it to be Aduana's corner kick.
Aduana have started using the wings to find Kelvin Obeng. They need to put men in charge to stop him, else Aduana would find the net.
Goal kick for Vision FC as a youngster. Abraham gets ready to effect it. We are really running out of time. There's Sam Adams with a long drive up front to find that very international Bamba. Lovely idea. Obin. Here's Boateng. Rolls it to the right hand side for Henson. He's brought up the ball, but referee have none of that. Plays the advantage. Is Edmond Asante for Vision against Rich Saki. Drifts into the middle. And they have the advantage.
Vision FC have controlled the ball very well, and they are trying to create spaces to find other players. They work in a triangle, way that they always have a player ready to get the ball. So they try to control the ball very well and float the ball for someone to take on the other players.
That's a lovely movement, at least from Edward Asante. Or Edmond Asante joining from right to Dreams. After swiping Norgesland to sign for this team. And he's not had a bad campaign so far in the Ghana Premier League. That's Doku. Here's Sanja. Selax for Aduana. Long ball drive, but again it's picked up by the man who's got the hands. It's a cook out to his chest, but that's a big way to at least tip the ball. And it's really just rolling beyond the bar line for a goal kick.
It's difficult to understand what he wanted to do at the time. I don't know whether he wanted to chase the ball, to control it, or try to shoot the ball or something. But it's difficult to tell what he had wanted to do with the ball.
Yes, Masawudu. We'll bring it up front. Raymond. It's a lovely run from Amwaku. Henson. That's a big touch.
Aduana have started playing a high line, pushing Vision FC in their own half. This would result in the compact play in midfield between both teams.
Well, I see what they're trying to do. That is Asante quickly thinking. Finds the feet of Kingsley Apia. Yes, Duku. It's a lovely ball roasted down to the left-hand side for Edmond Asante. He's trying to pick his man out of fast at Sanja, but fails to pick him. As Bamba will transfer it with this one. Here's Sellers. Boateng. That's Ajiman. Sellers. Sam Adams. That's a lovely one-two work here to up engineer. Spaff, and it's cleared away.
That's a brilliant 1-2 touch pass by Aduana FC. They've been controlling this game in the second half by playing a one-touch pass amongst themselves. They are not rushing into the area of Vision FC. They are just controlling play and trying to get the ball into empty spaces. It's been fantastic.
Well, they started in the last 3 games. Sam Adams. But here they have a corner kick from the left-hand side. Drifted across and nearly beating the defense of Vision FC, but Kingsley Appiah hammer it away, looking for the run of Issa Kuka. It's another wasted effort. Yes, Masaudu has been the #1 choice since the start of the season, when he had his first chance against Bandu Hearts of Lion. Since then, he's commanded this area quite well.
Looks like Masaudu would always.
Waits a while, Benjinian is lifted deep, but the flag is already up.
Obeng Jr. is a chap Vision FC would have to watch. He is a magician, like I always say. He can create spaces by himself. He can score goals. He can change the game when he wants to. This is a player that has experience. He is strong, he is aggressive, and he can score.
Well, Benjinian fails to enter into match day 1 and match day 2 squad. Came in on match day 3 against Nation FC and equally finding the map of the net, and since then he's been a regular starter. The water hits. Well, the flag was also up. Well, Patrick Mensah have just joined the fray for Vision FC. Sakuka hats onto it, but it's been forced to that arrow. Sam Adams. It is Vision's advantage at a very, very important position. Now it's a red card. For Aduana's experienced skipper. Oh, Sam Adams. Another reckless challenge. Just look at the movement. Absolutely. Very reckless and very silly.
That was rough. That was very rough. And I believe it's intentional. He deserves a yellow card.
And he will complain a bit to the referee on the best of decision from the experienced man who is 35 years of age. They should have known better. They decided to at least cause a bit of trouble, and has been punished for it.
That was needless of him. And as a captain of the side, he should have known better.
In his 6th season with the Aduana Stars, so tells you in speed, one of the regular faces in Doma in terms of play. Five minutes to go, and Aduana Stars are down. Naiman Sourdough grabs it. And this is the time that they need to be Red Alex in this fixture if they really want to live with a point.
Trust Masaudu. He would definitely waste some seconds before he will send the ball back into the midfield or the other half.
But let's see if Vision FC can take advantage. Of Sam Adams as it. But here they have a free kick. Very deep in their own territory. And it's Tia who goes behind it. Kekudia, one of the season signing. Here's Sajiman chasing. Oh, not the best of that. Took his eyes off the ball for a moment. And he's been punished for it. Gives away a chip. Throwing advantage to Vision FC.
Aduana are not in a hurry at all for this throw-in to be taken.
Here's Shelas. Finds Amwako. But it's a long drive. And it's not the best of hits from the right back.
At this juncture, I don't expect Emmanuel Mafo to be part of this game. I believe Yawa Champon will tweak his system to accommodate the red card.
Well, that was a big hit from Amwako. It is 7 minutes, and the story stays intact here. Inter Town. Vision looking to be settling for another draw. But here's the hot chase. Lovely back flick from Henson Aponsa. Lifts it on the plate for Jiman to pick. Finds Frimpong with his first touch since coming in. It's brought forward again. And the flag is up.
Both teams seems to be relying on offside traps, making the game cagey in midfield. It's been a midfield battle. Both teams play very aggressively and very physical. It's been a physical battle throughout this game.
It's been very physical. But the most important thing is trying to break the back up. There's a long shot out here from Edmond Asante. And again, Masaudu very furious.
Very ambitious strike. I believe he wanted to have surprised the goalkeeper because he saw him coming out, taking a step further.
Oh, Masaudu very furious as his defensive line for not closing Edmond Asante down. Give him that opportunity and that space to strike. This was very, very ambitious hit. And again, it could have been very exciting if it had found the mouth of the net. '89 minutes. And at this moment, we could be seeing the number of additional time. There's a chase. Here's Frimpong for Vision FC coming through the left hand side channel, drifting to the middle. Oh, so that's the confirmation. 6 minutes of additional time. As Frimpong, lovely one to work, brought into the box. Stays for Edmond Asante. And is well taken care of by Rich Saki. And Masaudu grabs it. He's not got troubles at all, but seems to be rolling. I was just wondering what the situation might be, because at the time he was picking the ball. I don't think that there was any contact on him. But it's fine to continue. One minute of additional time already cleared. And it's a long drive up front once again in search of Bamba. He served on the plate for him. Retracted back to find Boateng. And they'll change direction of play to the right hand side. Abraham is really struck out of that dangerous area, at least to cause any spilling over for Aduana Stars to hatch onto. Yes, another lovely run from Edmond Asante. He's been all over since coming in. We'll leave it for Frimpong. There's Patrick Mensah, but gives out possession. Oh, lovely work from Obin again, but he's been well watched. What a torn in the flesh has been this afternoon for Vision FC. Really giving them a real run for their money. And that looks to be Frimpong. It's quickly taken. There's Frimpong again. Sending a grass cutter. Installed by Sailors. Well, to nobody in particular. And you can understand what is really going through the mind of Nana Jiman at this juncture. Jiman Asante will drift it into the middle to pick his namesake. Issa Kuka fails to make it and is cleared out by Henson. Patrick Mensah fails to get past his marker. And he manages to win the set piece advantage, quickly taken. And Aduana now defending with everything they've got in them. Here's Asante, kills it in, finds Frimpong, making his way into the penalty area again. Frank Duku nearly meeting it. That was a strong hit. But again, Rashid and fails to hit it at the right time. But what a turn into the channel from the substitute. Very ferocious effort. Maybe nearly, if it was led by the captain, it could have caused a bit of trouble for Masao Inusa. And Issa Kuka knows it. But Justus Tosuche has just come in, as well as Emmanuel Mafo. And Aduana in this dynamics of the game, having two forwards. It's flashed to the far side looking for Emmanuel Mafo, but he arrives a shade late. There needs to be Vincent throwing. That could be the last set piece of this encounter. As Abraham will edge or is meant to join in attack. That's Asante. Mensah. It's a Kuka taps. Well, it's a free kick advantage for the home team. Well, 6 minutes of additional time has been played. And that could be the obvious last opportunity of this Fisher. Set across, and again, it's Masaudi Nusa who picks it. It's a big clash between the two players. That's a lovely ball. I think it came off Selas in the process. I'll give away the free kick for Vision to strike. That's a lovely thing. That's a lovely belter, looking for the former Krasa Folkman to turn in, but he arrives a shade late. As the referee takes a look at his watch, as we also get to see that exciting cross from Patrick Mensah.
Michael, can you hear me? Are you communicating the time to him?
Well, the story is not a bit pleasant for the folks and the many that have come to watch this game. But it's a bit disappointing for Asante Kotoko once again, as they would have to search for 3 points on a different day, because Pando Hearts of Lion are still leading even in extra time. Well, that could be the last kick of this match. As Masaudu lines it up. That is a drive in. Looking for Emmanuel Mafu. And he's brought up the ball. And it's tempered with, but advantage will stay with Vision on the far right hand side in their own half. And it's a long throw. Here's Edmond Asante. Lovely footwork. And he stopped again in his tracks. Well, certainly that could be the last kick from Masaudu, as he sends a lot of watch there up front. But they just need to ensure that they are not the young OV team in an attempt to find 3 points here. So that ends it here at the near J Krakow, the second sports complex in Temani Hotel. As Vision FC once again that have really struggled to pick 3 maximum points on home ground. But what a game they've had. As for Aduana Stars, they've looked a bit rusty in today's outing. Well, it's full time in Temani Hotel. Vision FC 0, Aduana Stars FC 0.
All right, so it's all over at the knee crack with the second sports stadium. It's Vision Football Club Gio, Aduana Stars Gio, and I have the head coach of Aduana Stars here. We have Coach Yao Champon. Yeah, Coach, happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yesterday was your birthday, and we wishing you all the best, Coach.
Yeah, I think we did not win, but at least it's okay for my birthday.
Anyway, we saw the tactical change in the second half from your side. We saw your fullbacks joining the attack in creating options for your team. Was that a game plan?
Yeah, I think before we came in, we know that they play 4-3-3. And sometimes if they don't get you in the middle, they go to the flanks. So we decided that we should go on them so that we will allow them to play. And it makes it very difficult for them to play in the second half.
Your next game is against Karela in Doma. What should the fans expect?
I think it will be a 10 around against Karela. We don't have any excuse because we have to win that game. Because we thought everything is okay, then Midiama came and spoiled the party. So we will go back again, strategize and see how to go with Karela.
Going home with 1 point, and it was your birthday yesterday. What do you have for the Diana fans?
Oh, I will always applaud them for being behind us. The last game we played, they were all behind us and they helped us a lot. So I would say a very big thanks to them. They should come in numbers so that we take Karela out.
Once again, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
All the best. Okay, so that's Coach Yao Champon, the head coach for Aduana Stars. And he's so happy because yesterday was his birthday and he didn't lose today at the knee crack with the second sports stadium. Live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, as well as on the Ghana Football Association app. This is the home of the Ghana Premier League, and I have the man of the match here with me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you see the game?
The game was really good. We couldn't take our chances. That's why we drew the game. We could have won the game if we took our chances.
You created a lot of chances, like you are saying, and the fans are not happy with the result. What do you have for the fans?
Yeah, they have every right not to be happy because we've played almost 5 games at our home grounds and we couldn't entertain them. We couldn't give them the win they are expecting. So they deserve to be angry with us. But we are assuring them that they should support us in every situation because we know that our next game we are going to get the points and entertain them as well.
You know what? I love the positive attitude from you and the positive energy as well. Your next game is against Accra Hearts of Oak. What should the fans expect?
The fans should expect us winning the game because although they are a big side in the league, they have experience more than us. We are just a newly promoted team in the league, but we are not afraid of them. We aren't afraid of them, so we are telling our fans that they should expect us to win in that game.
Congratulations for winning the man of the match. What do you have for your family? They are watching you on TV.
Shout out to my father, who I promised him I will win a NASCO MVP and give him a phone, and it has come.
So you're going to give the phone to your father?
Yes.
Big ups to you, God bless you, and thank you very much once again.
You're welcome, thank you.
All right, so that's the man of the match, and Sanja, he's the man of the match, and he's so excited. He says he's going to give the phone to the father, and I have coach of Vision FC, Coach Nana Ajimain is here with me. Coach, are you satisfied with 1 point?
No, not at all.
5 games at home, and you've won 1. What does it tell you?
I mean, this is very bad. It tells us that our attack is not working hard enough because all these 5 games we've created lots of chances and we haven't been able to score. We keep working on organization in phase 4. We keep working on finishing. Unfortunately, when we get into the games, we are not finishing, which is something that we're not happy about. I mean, look at this game, for example. We had 4 clear chances. We could have at least scored 1 or 2. Opposition played no shot on target 90 minutes and we couldn't win. This is very appalling for me as a coach.
Yeah, I know you are not happy, you are not satisfied. The fans are also not happy because 5 games at home, you've won 1 against Baseke. What is the plan?
I mean, we as a technical team can keep working. We will not stop working hard. The fact that we're not conceding is a positive sign that we are very solid defensively. We need to work more in terms of our offensive organization, in terms of finishing technique, getting more men into the box whenever that we get a chance and we're in phase 4. These are the things we can do. We can only keep working hard and hopefully by week 10, week 11, we should be able to satisfy our fans.
The fans are shouting, Akuka is our problem, Akuka. You are hearing some. Do you think he's the problem?
I'll not point hands at my players. We come here as a team. I don't think Akuka is the only one who missed chances. We had other people that are also missing chances. I think the only reason why Akuka's name is being mentioned is the fact that Akuka is an experienced player, and the fans and even the technical team is expecting a lot. Unfortunately, a lot is not coming. But I think that football is consistency. The more he plays, the more comfortable he gets, the more goals he can score.
The next game is against Accra Suffolk on Friday at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Is it going to be a turnaround for Vision?
We can only hope so. Hearts of Oak is a very, very strong team. We've watched them a few times. We know how they play. It is for us to rise to the occasion. We're going to work so hard and rise to the occasion. Hopefully what we do coming this week would actually be enough to take 3 points away.
Thank you very much, Coach Nana Ajimai. Okay, so that's the head coach for Vision Football Club, Coach Nana Ajimai. We're still live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, and on the Ghana Football Association app. We're wrapping up. Phil Anan is here. Phil, it's all over Vision Football Club Gio, Aduana Football Club Gio.
Well, I believe it's an even game. I anticipated a physical game. That was what we got. It's unfortunate we didn't see goals today, but I believe both teams worked very hard for the result.
All right, so and we're wrapping up at the Nikraku, the second sports stadium. It's Vision Football Club Gio, Aduana Stars Gio, and thanks to the entire crew of Alpha Sports Media. My name is Gideon Ochedim Gatuso, Raise the Power 7, and live on Metro TV, live on Original TV, live on Alpha TV, as well as on the Ghana Football Association app. Thanks for watching. See you coming weekend.